Welcome to the Local Vibe podcast, unscripted, it's uncensored, the real deal, straight up music talk. Please like and subscribe on YouTube and Facebook.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for signing on here to the first episode of the Local Vibe video podcast. Yeah. I'm super excited to be here, and I appreciate everybody who's supporting this channel, everybody who's logged on right now. Definitely appreciate that sincerely from the bottom of my heart. Thank you very much for doing this. I got to tell you, I'm glad to be here. It's been a vision of mine that I've been thinking about for the last couple of months to get this podcast going. You know, I thought to myself, gosh, the Denver Mile High City has so much good talent up and down the Front Range. Local artists, musicians, composers, people doing original stuff. Today, our special guest with Flashjam as well. Those of you that are signed on from Flashjam, I appreciate that as well. And I thought to myself, how about a podcast so that we can bring these people, this talent to YouTube and introduce them to everybody out there, right? There's tons of good talent out there. So that's kind of my dream and my vision was to do a podcast, and this is dedicated to all the local musicians out there. Yeah. So, and the most important thing that this podcast is going to be unscripted. It's going to be live, straight from the heart, straight up music talk. So hopefully you guys appreciate it. I appreciate you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. That's going to help me out a whole bunch as well. So thank you for doing that on the YouTube channel. I appreciate that. And that brings me to my next point. I want to introduce my first guest. To my left here is Mr. Jim Lee from Flashjam. And I thought this would be a perfect introduction and the best way to start our episode one. So Jim, welcome to the show, and please, say hello.
Hey, hello everybody. Fast Eddie, I'm happy to be here, man. Very honored to be on your first podcast.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
No problem, man. Thank you very much. Thanks for being here. All right. Also at this time, I would like to introduce one of my sponsors, and I have a quick little video here that I'm going to show you guys. My first sponsor for the channel as well, and this goes out to Ernesto from Event and Transport. So let's go ahead and put that video on for you guys. All right, so event and airport transportation. Ernesto is one of my good friends and also a sponsor of the Local Vibe podcast. So give this guy a call, man. I tell you what, if you find yourself you're traveling to the airport, or maybe you're traveling to the ski resorts for the season, that can get pretty hectic, right? Driving through the mountains. So this is a great way to get that transportation. They're going to treat you like a king and a queen. He's got some beautiful vehicles, as you can see here on the screen. And you don't have to worry about it. He's going to pick you up, and he'll take you to your place, take you to your destination. If you notice, also Red Rocks tailgating, like that's awesome. Anybody been to Red Rocks for a concert? You get out there, you call Ernesto up, he'll hook you up, he'll take you out there, spend some time. You don't have to worry about it, bring you back home safely. So definitely give Ernesto a call. There's a phone number up here, 720-699-1575. Tell him that Fast Eddie sent you, and he's gonna hook you up with a good drive. Okay. Also, you can see he's got a website up there, which is www.limo.limo. So once again, thank you, Ernesto, and Event Airport Transportation. All right, so so now we're going to get into to some of the juicy content, what I like to call juicy content, and obviously this is going to be talking to Mr. Jim Lee here. I invited him to come to the show. I figured it'd be a great person to have, and so we're going to talk a little bit about. First, I'll let him kind of introduce himself, maybe a little bit about your background, Jim, and kind of where you grew up and that kind of stuff. So, Jim, turn it over to you.
Yeah, I'm a Denver native, and lived a little bit of my life in Texas, but mostly here in Denver.
Okay.
And, love music. Grew up, started playing music about 15 years old.
Okay.
Played drums, vocals. So,
nice.
That's...
Yeah, and Jim, I got to ask you, everybody's got, as we start as musicians, a lot of us start when we're a young age, but some of us start, sometimes when we're older. And what are some of your inspirations? Like, what started you into music?
My parents love music. They always had the radio on, always listened to music. And my mom was into Bob Seger, the Eagles. And then my dad was more into the country music, Waylon and Willie.
Nice.
And then, of course, the king of country in Texas, George Strait.
Oh, George Strait, yeah.
So, yeah. So grew up listening to those guys. And then my best friend and his brother played guitar and drums.
Okay.
And they were kind of jamming out in the basement. And I didn't know how to play an instrument at the time. So they're like, why don't you grab the mic and try to sing? And they said, you don't sound half bad at singing. So that was my first little 15-year-old band.
Nice.
My best friend, his brother, and I.
Nice.
Kind of kicked that off.
Okay.
Larry and Dave.
Nice. There you go. Yeah, so, and Jim, I've seen you perform before, and me personally, I've always appreciated drummers who sing as well, and I know you sing and drum at the same time, so that's awesome. Yeah, so thank you for doing that, man. It's definitely awesome. Jim, tell us a little bit about the bands that you currently play with here locally. The local vibe is all about you're dedicated to local musicians and people just like you and I up and down the Front Range. Can you tell the audience a little bit about some of the bands that you're playing with currently?
Yeah, I'm playing with a couple of bands right now. One is called Wags and the Boys.
Okay.
Dennis Wagner. And the other one's called Buckshot Creek. And those are the guys that helped me kind of get Flashjam kicked off.
Okay.
So a couple gals in there too. And then my own project called Brigand's Draw, which is a country and rock.
Okay.
Kind of classic rock and country mixture. And so, those are the three things. I'm trying to get the Brigand's Draw going.
Okay. And that's your latest project right now that you have going, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit more about that band and kind of how that started and kind of what your vision is. I know this is something that you put together personally, right?
Well, yeah, as I said, the Buckshot Creek band helped me get Flashjam kicked off. In the beginning, that's the other thing I'm doing, obviously, is Flashjam. But in the beginning, we weren't sure how it was going to go, and we thought, we probably need a band to fill some time. We just really had no idea. It was a complete experiment. So we'd been playing together for a couple years prior to Flashjam kicking off. And so we kicked off Flashjam, and that band was there to, if we didn't have a guitarist on a particular song or a drummer or whatever, that band was there to not only fill time with songs we were doing, cover songs, but also a bass player could step in and if we were missing a person on a song and fill that up. So that's kind of how that started. And then the other bands, I met those people at Flashjam. And Flashjam's a community of musicians. We get together and play. And I met the members of those two other bands at Flashjam.
Okay. Yeah, and that's going to be, something that, that we're definitely going to kind of dig into a little bit more here as we talk about Flashjam, right? And what is Flashjam? I'll let Jim kind of explain it. But great thing that's happening right here locally in the Mile High City, Denver metro area, Front Range. To talk about, Colorado Springs, Denver area, some of the northern areas. So if there's anybody out there that's looking for, just a place to go and meet some people, right? A good network of musicians, stuff that we all love. It's a passion for everything that, that we have. That's a great place. And we're going to talk about that. Jim, one of my questions was, talking about, projects, right? What projects you're working on. You're talking about that, the band that you put together as well. And then, another question that I have for a lot of musicians is like, well, how do you support local music, right? So local music to our area. And me personally, I'm in a local band as well, cover band that we play and various venues as well, and that's I support it that way, and then obviously through the podcast. And so that brings me to my next point is we're going to talk a little bit about Flashjam. And so, Jim, if you would, in a nutshell, just kind of talk to the audience a little bit about Flashjam, and then we'll have a video that's kind of an entry video to kind of show and demonstrate a little bit about what that is and what that platform is.
Well, it's been it's our fourth season. We're going to be kicking off on December 11th at the Angry Clover, Headbangers Ball at the Angry Clover will be the kickoff of the fourth season.
Okay.
But what it is in a nutshell is we put out a list of, very popular songs typically. That way most people know them.
Okay.
And it makes it easier for them to join in. Whereas an open mic, you kind of show up and play whatever, and sometimes it can be difficult to get going because you don't know what the other players know. Whereas this is, we put out a list of songs 30, 40 days in advance, and then you sign up for the part. The songs are popular, so you sign up for the part that you can play well.
Okay.
Or you can polish it up in the next 30 days and get ready for it. And so we probably start out with 25 songs, and then bands are also welcome to join in on that. So if you're in a band, if you're in an existing band, you're having a hard time getting it going, you're having a hard time finding venues to play at, you're having a hard time getting seen, you want to pick up some followers, Flashjam, you can sign up as a full band.
Nice.
And join us. And we have probably, 6, 7, 8, 9 slots for that per show. But other than that, we're putting out this list of popular songs. And on each song, you'll have different parts sign up. The singer signs up, the drummer, the bass player, the two guitarists will sign up. And then you can either practice in advance, or you can practice on your own, and you come together that night at the venue and you do the Flashjam. That's how the name came about. Awesome. You've heard of a flash mob. This is a flash jam.
Nice, I love it.
Yes.
And speaking of which, by the way, I got to show this for sure because this is a little trophy here that you see. I actually had a privilege to participate in season 1 of Flashjam, and I'm very proud of this, but I'm actually one of the winners, Jim, of Flashjam.
That's right.
So, yeah, great place to go. And again, even full bands. And, the very cool thing about Flashjam, and again, just, the local vibe, right? Bringing these stories, to YouTube here, is that it evolves. The music evolves, people evolve, your talent becomes to, evolve. So it doesn't matter what skill level you have. If you're interested in being out there and meeting good people and you want to get up on stage and you're talking about some great venues, some really great venues, right?
Yeah, that's another thing is it's tough when you're starting out to get into a good venue. A lot of times you're playing the real small venues, and this is a chance to play at the premier venues in town.
Right, correct.
So we line that up for you, and it draws a nice big crowd, so you get a chance to play in front of people, practice your chops at that.
Right.
And makes it a lot of fun.
Nice.
And the crowd's super supportive. We've got around 1,000 musicians doing this.
Okay.
Not all at one time, but they come in and out. But the roster is about 1,000 long now. Wow. And probably around 50 bands.
Okay.
At this point, season 4.
Nice. And Jim, before we play this video, can you tell us a little bit about, those of us that are here local to the Front Range, just some of the venues that we play at? I know a couple, but I'll let you talk about just some of the venues.
Yeah, so the Angry Clover in Aurora is where we're having the Headbangers Ball. That's a great venue. It's very spacious. They got a sound technician. They got a sound system. They make you sound really good.
Very nice.
They got a light show and things like that.
Okay.
So we're generally playing at the venues that have, a sound technician. They have a full sound system and lighting system. It's where the places where the bigger bands would play.
Sure.
The Wide Open Saloon in Sedalia.
That's a great place.
Yeah. They got a nice venue out there. There's about a 400 capacity bar. Sunshine Studios in Colorado Springs. Buzz Crow in Colorado Springs. We're working on Good Company down there. We're in negotiations with them to play there. We'll see what happens on that. And we've played various other venues up here in the Denver area as well.
Nice.
Right now it's the Wide Open Saloon and Angry Clover primarily.
Okay. Yeah. So again, these are premier venues, right? It's a great place to get up there, get on a nice stage with nice sound. You can bring your favorite guitar, bring your favorite drumsticks, whatever it is you like, get on there. And most importantly, you meet some great people. You know,
that's a good point. We're providing most of the back line. You bring your guitar if you're a guitarist. You bring your bass if you're a bass player. But we supply the drums, the amps, the microphones.
Sure.
You know, if you're a drummer, you just bring your sticks.
Sure.
And we're interfacing with the venue sound system and make it real easy on you to plug and play.
Yeah, that's what's sweet about it, you know. And again, I remember having some great experiences with that. So, and you know, later on, we're gonna dial somebody in. This is so cool about this podcast. We're gonna dial somebody in who's got firsthand experience, somebody who's been there since season 1 as well from the get go, and kind of get her take on it as well. So we'll have that later on in the show. So. Awesome.
Excellent.
Thank you, Jim.
Excellent.
Yeah, so for now, what I'd like to do is let me play this short video here that's going to talk a little bit more about Flashjam. And those of us that, again, you know, are not familiar with it, you know, take a look at the video. I encourage you to come down. It doesn't matter what your skill level is, if you're just starting out or you're intermediate or you're professional, you just want to get out there and have some fun and get to some great venues. Definitely, you know, get out there, reach out to Jim. We'll put his social medias up here in a little bit this evening. And reach out and just prepare to have a good time and meet a lot of great people, for sure.
That's for sure.
All right, we're going to play a little video here about Flashjam for you. And this is going to kind of give you the introduction.
Welcome to the world of Flashjam, a dynamic new concept that brings together music and convenience in perfect harmony. Ever dreamt of strumming the guitar, hitting the drums, or belting out your favorite song in a band, but never quite found the time? Well, there's a solution that might just strike the right chord. Flashjam is a gathering of like-minded music enthusiasts, vocalists, guitarists, and drummers ready to jam out to popular tunes. Flashjam is about the music, the moment, and the shared joy of creating something beautiful together. No long-term commitments or extensive rehearsals required. Flashjam is like a concert in your pocket, a band at your fingertips. It's a platform that understands the rush of life, yet celebrates the rhythm of music. Picture this. You're a busy individual, juggling a myriad of tasks. You're a musician at heart, but time for a band is a luxury you simply can't afford. Then, Flashjam enters the scene. With Flashjam, you have the opportunity to join a one-song band and play that popular song that's been stuck in your head all day. It's about taking a brief pause from the hustle and bustle and immersing yourself in the world of music. But it's not just about playing a song. It's about the connection, the unity, the shared passion for music. It's about meeting new people, exploring different genres, and discovering the joy of collective music making. Every song is a new adventure, every jam session, a unique experience. Flashjam keeps the suspense alive, with a fresh cast of musicians for each song. The high-energy atmosphere, state-of-the-art sound system, and lighting all come together to create an unforgettable experience. So, if you've always wanted to play in a band but couldn't find the time, Flashjam is your stage, your spotlight. It's your chance to live the dream, one song at a time. Why wait? Step into the rhythm of Flashjam and discover a world where music meets convenience. With Flashjam, the stage is always set and the band is always ready. The only missing piece is you. Get started. Create a profile at flashjam.com. Welcome to a world where time doesn't stand in the way of music. Welcome to your band, your song, your moment. Welcome to Flashjam.
Oh, that's awesome. Very cool. Very cool. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, again, you know, if you're out there thinking about it, you're a musician, it doesn't matter what your skill level is. I mean, this is a great place, great venue to get started, meet some great people, play some really cool music, right? So anything, you know, one of your favorite songs, let's say, and you want to play guitar on it, you want to play bass, get out there, jump up on stage under some great lighting and some great audio, and you can get that done, right?
And if your band is writing original material, we welcome that as well. You know, if you need a place to get together at a good venue and get some people to listen to your new the tunes you're writing and
perfect, yeah,
and putting out, it's a good place for that as well.
Yeah, so think about it. You know, it's like an open mic as well, right? You can get your content up there if it's you know, if you have a band and you got some original stuff. Which, you know, again, I'm gonna be looking for original artists to bring their music to the show as well, and highlight again some of that talent that's out there. And what a better place to do it, right, than Flashjam. I mean, I can't say that enough. You know, awesome. All right, so let's go to the website real quick. And Jim, if you could just kind of show us real quick, if somebody's interested to go out there and maybe sign up, right? They're looking for the step. What do they do? Can you kind of walk us to? And this is, I think we just got the Flashjam website up here for you. Can you tell us what we do?
Yeah, that's a great question. So everything's automated when it comes to slating you on songs. There's a protocol that this algorithm follows.
Okay.
And the first thing you got to do is create a profile. So if you go up to the profile, there's 4 different profiles you can make. But as a musician, you can create one as a band or a musician or a venue. But you'd create one as a musician to start. And at that point, once you have your profile created, you can go to the venues tab.
Okay.
And go ahead and click on the venues tab there. Now, this is where the upcoming shows are. So our next one is on December 11th at the Angry Clover. If you click on register now, if you click on that button, this shows you the list of the songs that we're going to be playing. So you can nominate a song. You can, your band can bring its own song, for example. But if you scroll down there, Michael, you'll start to see the list of songs. Go down some more. And you see the open in green. Those slots are available. And you would click on Flashjam, and there's a form. If you see an open slot there in green,
okay,
and you can play that slot, you click on Flashjam, and it'll open a form that you complete to get on that song. You'd pick that song. And by the way, best practice is to fill this form out to pick all the songs you want to be on. So look down the list, and you can sign up for several songs. And you won't get every song you ask for because it's other people are signing up as well. But the more the better. Just the point is that you ask for all the songs that you would potentially want to be on. And then the slating algorithm will go through and place you on as many songs as possible.
Okay.
At that point, you'll receive an email telling you you're on the song, and you can start polishing that song up and getting ready for it.
Prepare for it. Yeah.
After you're on the song, you can there's a Flashmates link. You can contact the other people on the song if you want to rehearse in advance, which is totally voluntary. You don't have to rehearse in advance if you don't want to, but it's just all a personal choice.
Okay.
So you can, once you're on the song, it'll notify you, and then you can get ready on your own, or you can get ready with the other people in the band.
Yep. And again, I think that's where all the networking starts to come, because I can remember, from season 1, and you just start making phone calls, and people start getting a hold of each other, and hey, we're going to be on this song next week. Let's get together and let's practice. And you start to dial in that song and try to get it to the best that you can. That way you can get to the finale, and maybe you can win.
That's another. I'm glad you brought that up, because there's a light competition aspect to this.
Sure.
And at the end of the season, we hold a grand finale, and you win prizes and trophies, like this trophy you have here.
Yeah.
Eddie. You know all about that.
Oh yeah, right here.
That's
Very
a lot.
nice.
So the grand finale is where the final competition takes place. So if you win throughout the season, you're automatically slated for the grand finale.
Gotcha.
And then you show up and you do that, and the winner of that, then we have an awards show after that, because I don't know who to put on the trophies, right?
Right.
So then after that, we get all that ready, and then we have an awards show.
Nice.
And I don't know. I can't tell you how much fun it is
it's super fun. I know.
Participate in this thing.
I've been there, yeah. Jim, I was thinking, so in the finale, and I was there for season 1. I didn't make the season 2 finale, but how many musicians, just a ballpark, were there? And I think we had that at Wide Open, I believe, right? It was Wide Open the first season.
We've had it every year. The grand finale's been at the Wide Open every year.
Yeah.
Just because they take good care of us.
Right.
They keep the beers flowing.
Nice. Yeah. And if you guys haven't checked that place out, go check it out. It's in Sedalia, right off of 85. Great place, great bar, great staff.
Yeah. And if you don't know 85, it's Santa Fe. Same thing.
Santa Fe. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we've had it there. They have a nice outdoor stage, and we do like to play the finale outdoors when we can. So that's why we've had it there the last few years. And so there's a lot of musicians there. I mean, and then what happens with the voting component is you want to bring your crew to vote for you.
Nice.
So
yeah.
you
Bring
invite your
fans.
family, your friends, your neighbors, anybody that can come out and support you. And it works the same at all the shows, but the grand finales, for the W. So you want to make sure
that's for the win.
Yeah. So there's probably pure musicians that are in the show, 50 to 75, something like that. But then the crowd's a couple hundred strong.
Sure.
Typically. So
Yep.
it's you get to play for a nice sized crowd,
Very good.
and they're very supportive.
Right. Yeah. Again, so it doesn't matter what your skill level is. Come on out if you're thinking about it and you're like, well, I don't want to quite get up there. Just come on out. I guarantee you it's going to be good. People will make you feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Get you on a nice stage with some nice lights, nice audio, and you'll be fine. And hopefully you make your way up to that the winning platform. So. And
for me, before I don't know if it was the same for you, but before I was in a band, it was me playing to my iPod in the basement.
Nice.
And you sit there and say to yourself, yeah, I'm pretty good, right?
Right. Nice.
At least some people do.
Yeah.
And this gives you a chance to get with some other people, get you out of the basement.
Right.
And get you with some other people and start having some fun instead of playing by yourself.
Yeah, have a couple beers to calm your nerves down. Get up there. You know, you'll be fine.
Absolutely,
you'll be fine.
It's a party.
Nice, very cool. All right, well, awesome. So Michael, let's go to the YouTube comments. Do we have anything that came through on the YouTube comments? I'm just curious to see if there's any questions or anything like that that's come through, and if not, we can move on.
There's really not much, but I mean, we have a few listeners here. Ernest is one of them. He said he commented a rocket emoji.
Oh, nice. Thank you, Ernest. Thank you for the rocket.
Right on, Ernest.
And then also Mike Martinez, 2035. He did a waving emoji.
So cool.
Nice.
Very
welcome,
good.
Guys.
Yeah, welcome. Yeah, welcome to the show. All right. Well, awesome. Well, Jim, we also have, I got a third, another person coming in, like I said, on the mobile phone here. She should be dialing in just a few more minutes. And we'll talk to Colleen as well and dial her in and talk about, kind of her experience with it. But another question that I would have for you, and I apologize if I've already said it, but what would be some advice that you would give for somebody who's thinking about it? They're thinking about, okay, I can play bass, or I've played this song before a couple of times and, in my basement by myself, and now I want to get some exposure. What would be your advice to them?
Yeah, I mean, it's playing by yourself in the basement is great, but at some point you want to get out there and have some more experience. And I can best probably demonstrate this with a story. There's a flash jammer, his name is Sean. And I met him. He was sitting in the audience at one of the flash jams and kind of had his arms crossed and a strange look on his face, like, what the heck is this, Yeah. And I struck up a conversation with him. And, he's like, do you think we could do a heavy metal show for this, And I said, yeah, we can do any genre. All we need is the musicians that like to play that genre is all we have to do. So, we talked about it for a little while, and he said he wanted to do a Flash Jam Headbangers Ball show.
Interesting.
And I don't know the Headbangers Ball music as well as he did. So I said, you ought to help me out with that. Pick a song list and things like that. So this guy, goes from sitting in the audience to helping me run the Headbangers Ball at the Angry Clover. But his first time at Flash Jam, he's on the stage and I'm watching him perform. And he comes off stage and he said, I didn't want to say anything before I performed, but that was my first time in front of a live audience.
Wow.
And I was surprised because he did really well, and I was surprised that was his first time. Well, 2 years later, he's been helping me run the Headbangers Ball, but he found all his band members at Flash Jam.
Nice.
And he puts a heavy metal band together. And they ended up writing a couple songs, writing a half of an album. And then he's playing them out at the venues that were circling around. He played at Sunshine Studios, and he's played at Angry Clover, his band has. And they just recently got signed to a record contract.
Wow.
In just a couple of years doing this. So, the advice I'd give to somebody like that is, Sean's a perfect example because he started out not even having played in front of an audience. Of course, he played guitar for a long time. And he was a newer singer, but he had played guitar for a long time. But you got to get out there And that's easier said than done sometimes, right? It's, as you know, Eddie, it's hard to, it can be challenging to find the right mix of people. That like the same music. And it can be hard to put that together. Flashjam is like speed dating for musicians, right?
Right.
You get out there and you meet so many people at one time that you end up finding people that you gel with and putting a band together. So that'd be kind of the advice I would give to people is you got to get out there. You got to meet some people. Some people try to do that on band mix. But like I said, you know, you're auditioning one person at a time. Whereas Flashjam, you're auditioning them as they're up there playing. You can see what stage presence they have. You can see the skills they have on their instrument. You can get to know their personality. And it just happens so much faster. You know, Eddie, your band, I believe, was put together from Flashjammers as well.
Yep, absolutely. Yep.
And did you guys know each other?
No, we actually met. We met at the Flashjam venue. Yeah, after a couple of times signing up, and we're like, hey, I remember playing with you on one song, and I remember playing with you on another song, and slowly but surely we got together and created it. Yeah.
And there's been that's happened so many times at this point. Sean's band, your band, there's been many. Colleen's about to call in. She's in a couple of bands that formed out of Flashjam.
Sure.
So I can't say enough about it that if you're trying to get started in this thing, that's a great way to get out there and get started.
Yeah, get the courage, get out there, and in great venues too. You know, great venues that you can go to.
And you're always a little nervous your first time. That's normal. Everybody understands that.
Yeah.
In the audience as well. So, you got to get over the hump. Don't let it scare you. Just get out there, get your first song under your belt, and after that, you're hooked.
Yeah, you're hooked.
And it's a lot easier
and then you
from
start
there to keep going.
Signing up for one song after another.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. That's another thing, you get into a band, sometimes you can get pigeonholed into a certain set list that can sometimes get old for you, and you want to experience other genres. And this is a great way to get and experience all these different genres as well as instruments. When you're in a band, you get, I'm the drummer. And I get to sing a few songs, but you get kind of stuck in that. But many of our guys, they're multi-instrumentalists. And this is a way to get out and play all the different instruments that you can do. Sure. So it's
interesting. Jim, we were talking about earlier, just, before the show started, we were talking about, cover bands and a lot of us that are out there that are going to follow, this channel and kind of with Flashjam as well. We have bands that we put together, and we're always struggling to try to figure out content. We were talking about that earlier, and you come up with a set list of music that a specific venue likes and does very well, and then you're going back to the drawing board trying to figure out, okay, what else can we add to make it sound a little bit different, right? Create some flavor for your audience. And for the musician, sometimes, it gets repetitive. You play the same songs overs and overs, and you get good at them, right? You get really good at them.
Yeah.
But always thinking about, okay, what's next, right? What else can I do differently at the next gig that I have? What are your thoughts on that, Jim? That's some advice that you can give folks.
Yeah, one of the things I've noticed running Flashjam is how quickly the musical interests change. For example, I'll slate a song at one show and it'll fill up right away, and then as I'm creating a song list for a few shows down the road, I'll think, hey, that particular song filled up pretty well. So I'll slate it again, and it won't fill up as fast, or maybe not at all. Okay. And that clued me into the fact that people they want fresh, and they want to change it up.
Sure.
And so you're right about that. It's hard. It's a struggle to always have fresh content and things like that. And Flashjam kind of solves that. You learn what people like. You learn what people want to hear. You can experiment with a lot of different material of music, and that'll help you in the eventual band you get into have a good handle on what works.
Right. Yeah.
And that you got to keep it fresh.
Right. Definitely. Yeah. And, I think I've seen in my experience, we've had some horn players, drummers, of course, lead guitar players, rhythm guitar players, bass players, drummers. Is there anyone out there that you feel that maybe struggles a little bit that you could use, more people to come up and sign? Is it more drummers? Is it more guitar players?
That's a great question.
Yeah. What's a
Keyboard players? Where the heck are all the keyboard players?
Okay, very good.
Jim Mann, I think, is coming on your podcast.
Yep. Jim Mann will be on here next week. As a matter of fact, he comes on the podcast.
Yeah. So Jim Mann has been instrumental at Flashjam because he's a great keyboard player, and he's one of the very few that sign up.
Gotcha.
I don't know why that is. I mean, I'm not a keyboard player, so maybe it's a difficult instrument to play. I'm not sure, but we only have a handful of keyboard players. So Jim Mann gets to play a lot of songs. He stays busy, right? He gets to play a lot of songs, and then he always ends up in the grand finale,
right?
Because the more songs you're on, the better chance you have of ending up. And I think he's won something every year.
Sure.
He's a great guy, but yeah, that's a great question. You need 2 guitarists on almost every song.
Yeah,
and that's
have
a
lead
lot of
person and a
players,
rhythm, right? Yeah.
So, but most of all, it's keyboard players that we struggle to fill.
Sure.
So,
yeah. So if there's any keyboard players out there that are looking to get on stage and again meet some fantastic people and collaborate, create some music, this is another great place for you to go. We need some keyboard players. So call in all keyboard players.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. Jim. So I play keys as well. I primarily play guitar, play rhythm, and play some lead and all that kind of stuff.
But you do it all. You sing.
I try to, man. I try to
play. I've heard you sing and play.
Yeah.
You're awesome.
Nice. Yeah,
I've not heard you play drums.
Okay. Yeah.
Have you played drums at Flash?
Maybe I want to say early on, like early season 1.
Okay.
Very early on when we were just, I know it was one of the first shows that I ever been to. I think I signed up for a couple of drum songs.
Okay.
And, but yeah, I'm a native drummer. I started playing when I was 10 years old. I played in a church band is how I started and, out of San Antonio. And, that was the first instrument I picked up and, started playing drums. And then, gosh, I don't know. I've been playing guitar now for probably 15, 18 years or so. And, one thing that I could tell people that are curious about, keys, and I'll definitely get into this with Jim Mann next week, but you take the fretboard on your guitar and you put that, or vice versa, and you put that on the keys, and they mirror each other. Okay. So when you start with the F, you start on the keyboard.
I have noticed a lot of guitarists mess around on the keys.
Sure.
But they don't come to Flashjam and play the keys for some reason.
Yeah. So
have you played keys at Flashjam?
I think once as well. Yeah, I think just one time. Yeah, but no, I did that. But one time I did for the drums, one time I did for keys, but primarily rhythm and lead guitar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, do you get a chance in your band to play these other parts?
Yeah, that's interesting, right? So in our band, we have a band, and the band is called Iron Philly. So Iron Philly, hopefully you guys are listening tonight. Yeah. That also, we formed, and we met up in Flashjam, and we've been doing great. We've had a lot of gigs. We stay busy.
You guys are a great example. How many gigs did you tell me you guys are playing?
I mean, gosh, I think we were talking about this the other day, and I think we were at like gig 50 already for the year.
50 gigs for the year. I mean, who doesn't want to do that, right?
Right.
I mean, isn't that the point?
Right. Stay busy,
So you guys all met at Flashjam, and then got your band together, got your set list together, and you're playing. It's like 2 or 3 years now, right?
Right. Yeah, we've been together. Let's see, a couple years now, and we stay busy. Rhythm guitar player, electric guitar player, bass drummer, and then we had a keyboard player at one point in time. Talking about that, it's hard to keep keys, but yeah, I've played a little bit here and there. But it gets to the point where you're like, okay, I got to take all my gear, take my guitars, take my amps. Don't forget the keyboard.
It's a lot more work than plugging in at Flashjam, that's for sure, right?
There you go. Perfect. Exactly. Yep. Because now you're taking the gear and you're getting out there, But yeah, no, I do play quite a few instruments. So I love.
That's awesome.
Love playing that. So yeah. So one of these days I'm gonna sign up. I'll make it a point to sign up for a Flashjam song, and maybe I'll just play some drums. Since,
okay, or some keys. We'll invite you to play some keys too.
Nice. Yeah, I'm sure next week, I'll get some pointers from Jim Mann here and say, hey man, what I got to do.
Well, you got some great musicians in Iron Philly.
Yeah, we do. We do have some great musicians. Yep, shout out to Iron Philly. If you guys are listening, appreciate that. And they'll be on the show as well in a few weeks. I got a great lineup of solo artists and some bands that I'm going to be bringing to the podcast. And we're actually going to be performing live. We'll be doing some live performances. So here straight from the studio. So yeah, looking forward to that.
That's great.
For sure. All right. Well, Michael, let's go back to the YouTube comments. And then do we have our call in just yet, or are we still waiting for the call?
We're good on the calls. They're calling right now, but we got 2 comments here.
Okay.
One from Lexi is there any age limit for entering Flashjam?
Oh, great question.
That is a good question, Lexi. No, there's not an age limit. Most of the places we're playing are a combination bar and restaurant. So some people are wondering, can I bring my kids to the bar? You can, because it's a restaurant as well. But that's we've had some amazing young players that have come. We had a drummer as young as 9 years old, I believe she was.
Okay.
And trying to remember the name of that band, but they were all young. They were all under 15 years old. They came. They won a couple of rounds.
Okay.
For the bands, because they entered as a band, and it was a young lady on the drums, and they were amazing.
Nice. Yeah, I do remember a few. I want to say the School of Rock, right? Didn't they showed up once or twice?
A lot of School of Rock people play with us.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So great question. Bring the kids out that have talent. There's a lot of great talent there. Bring them out. Let them join and get on stage.
Yes, absolutely. Get them. We need the young people. Get them started young.
That's right. And we'll learn some things from them.
That's right. Keep it going.
Yep. All right.
And our next question is from Derek. How many bands has Flashjam launched?
Oh, nice.
Good question. I've lost count a little bit, I'll be honest. It's got to be 15, 20, maybe more at this point. I mean, it was something I wasn't really expecting when I started Flashjam, just for a lot of reasons. I've been in bands, and I thought Flashjam would be easier than being in a band. So I didn't think people would form as many bands as it has. But it turns out after 4 years that there's been so many bands I can't even. And that's the thing. You end up meeting people, and everybody goes to each other's shows. It kind of comes with a built-in audience. I'm sure you guys have seen Flashjammers at your shows.
Right. Yep.
And we try to promote these. When you create a band at a Flashjam and you're gigging, we try to promote those on our Facebook page as well.
Okay.
But there's been a lot. It's been a lot of bands that come out of it.
All right. Michael, all right. Do we have our calling? I thought I heard something. You can go ahead and put her on the screen if you like. But yeah, great question. I want to say, just off the top of my head, of course, we had Iron Philly that was formed. We have Copper Creek, I believe. There's been several bands, right? We can go on. Hello, Colleen. How you doing?
Oh, Colleen.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah. Thank you for getting on the show. And we got the mobile technology working. So that is a great round of applause there. And, well, Colleen, thank you. Thank you for joining. If you would, could you tell us a little bit about yourself? Maybe just kind of introduce yourself real quick, and then what we really wanted to do is kind of get your thoughts and your input on Flashjam.
Yeah, absolutely. Am I freezing up on you guys?
Just a little bit, but that's fine. Yeah, I think it's just a little bit, but that's okay.
Okay. Yeah. So I want to respond to the question earlier, which was, is there an age limit for Flashjam? And I'm sure they were asking, is there a lower age limit for Flashjam? But there is also no upper age limit for Flashjam.
Right.
And I can bring that into the story. So I did my first Flashjam the first season. And I'm one of those people, and I'm not unique in this story. I had never been on stage, never performed in front of an audience before. So, but I was like, what the hell? Let's give this a try. And I will tell you that my knees were shaking. I was holding the microphone. My hand was shaking. I was like, oh my God, can they see this? And I would not say that I did well in that night, but I was totally hooked. And I came back month after month and signed up again and again and again. And I think at the in about I quit counting at some point, but I had sung 90 songs.
Wow.
In Flash Jam. And so that's part of the story that I would love for people to really understand. Flash Jam accelerates your skill.
Right.
Like
right.
it's on it supercharges your skill. So from a person like me who never been on stage to in a couple of years being on stage performing songs with live bands 90 times. I mean, that doesn't happen very easily in any other place. And by the way, I knew no musicians. I have no musical background. Never sang in choir. I none of that. So Flash Jam was this entree for me. And I now can count probably 50 people as my musician friends.
Nice.
Right?
Very nice.
So I have a huge community of friends. And because I was part of Flash Jam, I was able to record myself on stage performing with a band. And I put that information out on Band Mix, and I got picked up by a band.
Oh,
And
wow.
my band, Blue Moon Band, I'm upstairs. They're downstairs practicing right now.
Very nice.
So you might hear the drums in the background. But I've been with them now about 20 months, and we've been gigging regularly a couple times a month for 18 months. And loving it. And,
Aren't you playing
without
tomorrow night?
Flash Jam, this would not be.
Yeah, that's awesome.
No, we played last Friday.
Oh, last Friday. Okay.
Cooper Creek plays tomorrow.
That's
Cooper
right.
Creek plays tomorrow.
Gotcha.
But yes, and then another group of guys that I met through Flash Jam. We formed another band called Toadstone, and we've gigged a few times, but everybody in that band is in at least one other band. And had some medical issues, and so we haven't been able to really get that one off the ground quite as much. But love playing with those guys, and I think we're practicing next week. We've been on hiatus for a little while, but we're getting back. So so I'm kind of living this, this musical life that 4 years ago I could not have even conceived of.
Sure.
So I got to tell you, Jim, I know I've told you this a million times, but what a great opportunity. And I anybody who has any interest in playing with a band should go do Flash Jam.
Yes.
It just is an opportunity to get on stage with a group of musicians, and really pretty low risk, because sometimes we get up there and we don't perform particularly well, and nobody cares. Everybody's just supportive, and it's like, you got up there, you tried it, we're here supporting you, and good for you. Come back again, do it again. So it's been amazing.
Well, awesome. Yeah, thank you, Colleen. Yep. So for all the listeners on YouTube, if they want to come check out your band, can you tell us once again what's the name of your band and what's your next gig where we can go check you out?
Yeah, well, Blue Moon Band is the name of my band. We do have a gig on December 4th. Unfortunately, I won't be there because I'm going to the Cayman Islands to do some scuba diving.
Nice.
Priorities.
Priorities, right?
Yeah, I know, right? I know. But we play again January 10th at the Pines Bar and Grill in Castle Pines,
Okay.
6 to 9.
All right.
January
Awesome.
10th will be our after this. Yeah. So,
Okay. Very good.
yeah.
All right.
I want to thank Colleen for being a part of this. She's been such a positive force. Thank you so much.
Yes. Thank you, Colleen. Thank you very much. Yeah.
It's a love fest. It is. It's a musical love fest.
Nice.
It is.
Nice. All right. Well, awesome. Well, thank you, Colleen. Yeah, we certainly appreciate your time and thank you for dialing in this evening. And I thought that, just to have you on board even for a few minutes, just talk a little bit about your experience. So, thank you. Thank you very much for that, Colleen.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. You have a
Colleen.
good evening, okay? And enjoy your rehearsal.
All right.
Thank
See you
you.
guys.
Tell them we said hi.
Bye.
Yes. All right. Awesome. Yeah. Thank you, Colleen, for that. Appreciate that, her calling in. All right, Michael, let's go back to the YouTube comments and see if we have anything else that's come through and see what else we could help answer.
There's another question by Lexi, and it says, does Jim participate in Flashjam?
Good question. I do, but I'm usually running the camera. I have a lot to do at the shows. And I'm a drummer and a singer myself. I sing lead and I play drums. And that's one of my goals in season 4 is to participate more.
Sure.
But I need some help because I'm usually running the camera. One of the things we do at Flashjam is capture every performance and put it on our YouTube channel.
Right.
Which is YouTube at Flashjam. I can't remember the exact URL.
Yeah, let's show that up there on the screen there real quick. We have his cue there for his YouTube. Yep. All right.
There we go. But it's that's Instagram and YouTube and Facebook right there. It's Music Flashjam on Instagram and Facebook, but it's at Flashjam on YouTube. Okay. And so anyway, there's over 2,000 videos on there that I've personally recorded and put up. So that's one of the reasons I don't participate as much as I'd like to. There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes for the person running the show. But that's one of my goals this year is to get some help and do more participation because it's so much fun.
Right.
And I've definitely played several times, but just not as much as I'd like to because it's just fun. It's a fun thing to do. I'd like to do more of it myself.
Sure. Yeah, so if you're looking to help out, and again, if you want to support the local music, and it's all about supporting local musicians, what we do, that'd be a great way to do that. Get a hold of Jim, and maybe you can go and help him and run some videos, or run the camera for a little bit because it is a lot of work for sure. And then all the videos that are posted on YouTube, right? I mean, there's just so many.
Yeah, you can check them out. Some of them have thousands of views.
Nice.
The other thing is karaoke singers. Karaoke's great.
Right.
You can get on stage and you can sing, but if you can take your karaoke skills over to Flashjam, it's compounds the fun like you can't believe.
Yeah.
Because you're up there with a real band.
Sure.
And so I would encourage anybody who sings karaoke to come and do this. Anybody that does open mic.
Right.
What you're going to like about Flashjam is it's a lot more coordinated. So you can prepare, show up, know what you're doing, and take a big part in that instead of sometimes you show up at an open mic and you're not sure what's going to happen, how much you're going to play, what songs you're going to play. You're kind of winging it.
Right.
Whereas Flashjam's a lot less of winging it and a lot more you're prepared for it.
Sure.
So it makes it fun.
Okay. Yeah. Great question. Yeah. Thank you for that. All right. What other questions or comments do we have there, Michael? Anything else?
One from Jay, and it says, Queen Colleen rocks.
Nice.
Yes, she does. And Jay's also been up and sang a couple of times. He's a lot of fun.
Very good.
So I'm pretty sure that's the Jay
I'm
thinking of.
I got to get back there, Jim. It seems like it's just been so long, and we've been busy playing gigs, and I got to get back there. But I promise you, I'm gonna get on and play some keys or play some drums.
I'm gonna hold you to that.
Yeah. I'm a pretty heavy drummer. I got to tell you that. I get pretty excited.
Yeah.
It's cool. All right. What else we got, Michael? Any other comments that we can talk about here?
I think that's pretty much it. For comments.
All right. Awesome. Well, thank you. Yeah. Well, and then also, I want to go to my sponsor video one more time because again, I can't say enough for my sponsor for this video. Transport and luxury SUVs, luxury cars to take you in and around the city. Like I said,
they could take you to Flashjam, right? You could take limo.limo.
That's right.
To Flashjam.
That's right. There we go.
And you could roll up like a rock star.
Roll up in an Audi or one of those nice SUVs that he's got. We'll play that video here. I'll show you. But this guy, he does it very, very well. And once again, yeah, tell him that Fast Eddie sent you, and he'll know exactly what that means. But yeah, let's play that video again for event. All right, there you go. So yeah, once again, it's www.limo, and yeah, give these guys a call, give Ernesto a call. I mean, I'll tell you what, just some nice vehicles. Look at that Audi up there, my God, look at that thing. So yeah, if you want to roll in style, you roll up to Flashjam, give them a call, book your time with them, or like I said, Red Rocks, ski resorts, anything like that. Give them a shout. And he's going to treat you like a king and a queen and take you about where you need to go. So very, very awesome. Thank you very much for that. Yep. All right. Well, as we wrap up the show here, just want to kind of turn it back over to Jim and see if Jim's got anything else that he wants to talk about. And yeah, we can definitely continue that, or we can kind of wrap her up. But Jim, what do you think? What are your thoughts?
I was thinking maybe play a Flashjam video.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, for sure. Let's. There's been some great talent, right? That's come in and out. Yeah.
Play that video of Jasmine.
Yes, let's do that. Yep, let's play this one. So, guys, ladies and gentlemen, here's just an example. And I believe this was the finale, season 1, I want to say.
I think it was, yeah. Yep. And none of these people knew each other before Flashjam. And now they're on stage at the grand finale.
Just looks like people are having fun. Look at that. Having a great time.
She's got a great voice.
Yeah, she does.
That's Kirk Hill in the front there. And then Mike Saddam's the guitarist on the right side behind Kirk. I can't remember who it is on the left, and I can't see the drum. Well, that's Wade Bowling on the drums.
Oh, it is Wade. Yep.
Is it?
Yep.
Jasmine's singing. She had a great story about Flashjam. She was trying to break into music here, and this was her avenue for doing that. So yeah, this was the grand finale, season 1 at the outdoor stage at the Wide Open Saloon.
All right, and then the second video, I think there was another video that we wanted to show as well, and this one is a cover of Black Magic Woman, Santana.
The great Jorge Angelini on bass.
Yeah, check him out. He'll be on the show in a couple of weeks as well. Bonasinga on the congos there. It's like, and then
yeah.
David Long on guitar.
David Long, and then Mike Saddam, the other guitar. Frenchie's
on there.
Elise is what is that instrument?
Oh, it's they call it a Ouida.
The Ouida.
It's a Ouida.
Okay, she's on the Ouida. I can't see the drummer.
Yeah,
and I think it's
hard to see the drummer back there, but let's see if we get a different angle there. Oh.
I know, I'm trying to think of his name. It's an amazing job they're doing, though, isn't it?
There you go. Check that out.
Again, none of these people knew each other before Flashjam.
Right. And then being able to play on an outdoor stage like that, you know.
And David Long, who's singing, was in Buckshot. He's in Buckshot Creek.
Okay.
I'm in his band. That's
Gotcha.
his band.
Okay.
And he was one of the people that helped me get this kicked off with the first band.
Gotcha. All right. Awesome. All right. Well, let's show Jim Lee's socials there. All right, so here's some socials here for Jim Lee as well. If you want to get a hold of him, first off, we got www.flashjam.com, and then your Facebook. I believe it's Music Flashjam on Facebook, and then Music Flashjam on Instagram as well. And then there's a couple of band logos there that he was working on. And Jim, tell us a little bit about your latest project here.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. It's a country and a rock project, kind of a mix, country rock and classic rock.
Okay.
And I met these guys at Flashjam. So Glenn Wiley's a great bass player. I met him at Flashjam. He's playing bass. I'm playing drums and I'm singing lead, a lot of the lead on that.
Gotcha.
And then David Dran, who's also in Buckshot Creek, who also helped me kicking off Flashjam in the very beginning.
Right.
He's
always there too, right?
He's been there all along. He's been great.
Yeah.
He's playing. He's trading off lead with this kid Hutch.
Okay.
Who Hutch is an amazing. He plays keyboard. He sings. He plays guitar. He plays drums. He's like you, Eddie.
Wow.
He's like Fast Eddie over here.
Nice.
This kid's amazing.
I got to meet him.
He's only 17. He's going to just got accepted to Berkeley and Boston. So he's going to be taking off and leaving us. But so I'm building a band around these four guys, and we're going to be putting it together and playing out as soon as we can.
Nice. Yeah, looking forward to that, to go checking you guys out and see what venues you guys get in and go see some live performances. Yeah. Yeah, and then also keep in mind, maybe before it takes off to college, I can get you guys on the show, get everybody here, and we'll do some live performances right here from the studio.
Well, that'll be
awesome.
fun.
Yeah, that would be fun, especially if you got some new songs coming out. So all right, well, awesome. Okay, well, let's go to the outro video here, and again, I appreciate everybody supporting this channel, supporting the local vibe, and again, my thoughts were dedicated to all the local musicians out there, kind of like Jim, myself, everybody that we've been talking about. This channel and this podcast is dedicated for you guys, and hit me up on socials. The local vibe is on Facebook. We're also on YouTube, and I just posted on Instagram as well. So hit me up. And we'll definitely get you on the show, get you invited. And Jim, is your first time in your first experience here? What would you tell others?
Oh man, this has been great, Eddie.
Nice.
You got a great talent for this. I thank you for having me. I think you're going to enjoy a lot of success with this.
Nice. Thank you very much.
This has been a lot of fun.
Yes, it has been fun.
Thank you for having me, man. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, and a couple of dates up there that I have, November 20th, so next Thursday, same time, so 7 o'clock, I have Jim Mann coming. He's a solo artist, composer, also with in a couple of other bands. Great guy. He's going to be here live in the studio next Thursday. And then the Thursday after that, December 4th, I'm going to have Vetras. It's a full band. And those guys are going to be in the studio as well. So we got some surprises, some special guests coming on board as well. So again, thank you very much, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. That's going to help me out so much in terms of the YouTube channel, and just going to continue to grow this channel. Like I said, dedicated to all the local musicians out there, the local vibe. And Jim, once again, thank you for being here. Thank you for being my first guest on episode number 1. And we got through it, man. We got through it.
All right. Thank you,
Appreciate
Eddie.
it, guys. And I will see you guys next Thursday. Yes, also thank you, Michael. Michael's a production guy. Appreciate it. See you guys. Thank you very much.
Good night.